Giselle together. Like, I compare them, like, to me, they're kind of the same, but for whatever reason, I can stomach Giselle. I can't stomach Kenya.
I think that Kenya and Giselle have a lot in common, but Kenya's smarter than Giselle. I think that I can stomach Kenya more than Giselle. For some reason, this whole thing lately, when she was having that party out in her front driveway, and she said that Karen and Whitney couldn't use her bathroom, but then she made a big deal about her room not having a bathroom. And I said, this the same woman who you told if she needed to go to the restroom, she couldn't come in your house. Girl, get out of here. And it's something about the way Robin follows Giselle's lead that irritates me. You are a grown woman with children. Why are you doing everything and amening everything that this other woman says?
It's weird.
Have your own backbone. This is ridiculous. Why are you standing up for this? And then the way she acted out at that house, talking about there's men here. Well, you knew there was going to be men here with you and your luggage. You knew that. And you should have stayed home. She has all these complications. Stay home. That would have solved everything. I think Bravo told her, if you don't get your butt down here, we pay you to be on this show.
Yeah. And gosh, what's her name? Wendy said that all the women had said that they were gonna come and they just came late.
They did, because remember she showed Giselle sent her a text saying she wasn't coming. And then Robin sent a text that said she wasn't coming. And then the last minute she decides to come. And Wendy told her, she said, everybody picked their own room. You came last, so you got stuck with a room that doesn't have a private bathroom. That is her own fault.
Do you think, okay. Okay. You know, Giselle was like, the host wasn't welcoming and all this kind of stuff. And she was like, that's a lie. You know, Wendy was like, that's a lie. I was. And I know we're talking about something else. You know,
we'll just switch up the title, honey. We're gonna talk
about plus. No, but what do you think about? Okay. So let me say what I think. Wendy was not welcoming, but at the same time, Giselle was not welcoming.
Right.
Would you have stayed if you had a boot and had to go downstairs to the restroom?
I think that even though she didn't have her own personal room, Ashley had her own room to herself, and she had a bathroom there, and it was on the same floor, and Ashley offered them her bathroom.
She did.
And if it was so serious with her and her boots, I am pretty sure if she asked Ashley if they could switch rooms, she would have let her because of her broken toe. I think that she wanted a moment, and I think that she just wanted to have the center of attention for a while, her and Robin, because all of Robin's excuses didn't make sense. You knew that you were on your cycle when you came. You knew that you were a supposed germaphobe before you got there. You also knew that all these husbands were going to be here. So if you really were that uncomfortable, you should have stayed home. Period.
I want to know, did she really see pee all over the place?
I doubt it. I think she just said that to use that as an excuse.
Because her son.
My favorite part of that episode was when Ray said, Giselle said you broke her toe. How did you miss the neck? That was my favorite part. I said, yes, Ray. Ray coming through with something comical.
That was hilarious.
Funny. The other high point of that episode was when Mia said that Candace had some maturing to do. And then she goes and rats Robin out to Wendy. I said, it looks like you have some maturing to do too, ma'am. Why did you run up there to tattle? They were finally with all their husbands having a good time eating and drinking, and you had to come and stir up some trouble.
Okay, I agree with you. And the thing about it is, let me say this, okay? If you are going to try to be a bone collector, you need to get it right. You need to say what was said if you're going to do that.
Well, she's learning. She's trying to take that title from Ashley. Because you seen how Ashley hurried up and told Robin, Mia heard what you said. She came up here and told everybody. I said, oh my, thanks a lot, Ashley. Because Ashley is going to claim that role forever.
You know who I think whose place she wants to take now? And yes, she's reaching mighty high, in my opinion, but I think she's trying to take Giselle's place.
I wish somebody would. I wish they would get her off in here. Her and Robin. Robin has been on here for 6 seasons without one storyline.
Well, I want to see them get married. Even if he don't show up, I want to see their wedding.
Are they getting married? I thought it was so funny when she disinvited Wendy to the wedding that's not happening. I said, you haven't bought a flower. How are you uninviting this woman to this wedding?
I know. I you know what? I don't know why I felt sorry for her in that moment, because it was such delusion to where I was just like, oh, it was one of those like, bless your heart.
Not the delusion. Okay.
It was like on a major way, like, girl, none of us believe that, like, raise your hand if you think she's gonna have a wedding.
No. I called Giselle Regina George. And when they were on that boat and she said that Wendy was rude and aggressive, and Wendy said, you're just a mean bully. And I said, that's the truth, Regina George. She really is. The thing is they love to dish it, but they can't take it. And I said, Giselle, you are not prepared for the 4 degrees. This woman is going to give you that same energy. And Giselle is so used to dominating and getting in these girls' face and saying all kinds of craziness without having a lot of rebuttal. But it's not going to work with Wendy. Wendy and her 1 wig, and Giselle, and Karen and her 3 wigs. I told the peeps, I said, you know what? I'm going to get me a candle. It's going to be 4 wigs because I have to compete.
Let's talk about the wigs. For real. Now, do you feel like I feel like Karen was not copying Wendy. I don't feel like she was throwing shade at Wendy. Now she does say 3 wig a lot, but I feel like she is trying to help Wendy come up, with like empowerment and all that. But I feel like she won't let her forget that, like, I'm up here. I'm gonna help you come here, but I'm up here. I feel like there is a little bit of that, but I don't feel like Karen is throwing any shade at Wendy's candle. How do you feel?
Well, I think that Karen did always have her candle in the works.
Yeah.
However, I do think that she wants Wendy to be successful. But I do think she's throwing shade. Now, Karen, I'm going to tell you, I'm biased because she's my favorite of that franchise. But the way she's always comparing her 3 wicks to her 1, and then she made this comment that her candle was going to be retail at Bloomingdale's, and that Wendy's candle was just going to be online. And I said, why do you keep bringing it up? Stop bringing it up. And she says she does have a nice candle. It's just 1 wig. Stop saying that. It is a beautiful candle, and Karen's candle is beautiful too. And just let the woman go. Let the woman go. I mean, she's shading her, but she's also trying to be supportive at the same time. I think she really wants the best for Wendy and her candle.
I think so too. I really, really do. But the way Wendy was looking at her, whenever she brought up her candle, she was like giving some like fierce side eye, and I'm like, are y'all cool or not?
And she thinks it's funny. I think that Karen thinks it's a little funny because Wendy, the queen of the degrees, could not figure out a business plan or any of this, and so she had to ask Karen for assistance. And I think Karen really appreciated that. Here she is, Dr. Wendy, is asking for her advice. And it was kind of cute, especially when she was talking to Eddie, and Eddie said, nope, no.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I was disappointed. And let me tell you something. Wendy last season got on my nerves with the 4 degrees, call me doctor. And that
was a lot.
It was. But this season, I was like, oh, okay, you're better now. But it was so disappointing when it seemed like she didn't know anything about the business.
Yeah, and it felt to me, because remember her first season, she kept saying classes in session. And I thought, you couldn't even Google how to write a business plan. I mean, what is going on here? At the beginning of the season, I was not Team Wendy because I didn't like her from her first season. And then she was so much about her boobies and butts. And it just seemed a little odd. But as the season progressed, I said, you know what? I like Wendy. I like how she is defending herself, even though I thought that she owed Monique a major apology because she kept calling Monique aggressive and she kept saying that Monique physically threatened somebody, and she physically threatened Mia within like the first 3 episodes. And I said, well, don't you owe Monique an apology? You threatening women and being aggressive. But other than that, I'm Team Wendy this season, and I'm shocked by that.
And I'm gonna say this: I honestly think that when her breasts were choking her when they were on vacation or whatever, when the ladies were telling her, they were concerned about the chokeness
and that bodysuit.
Yeah. Oh, girl. Okay. I can only do one fashion crime at a time. I think she accidentally ordered a couple of sizes too small. I really do. I really, really, really do. Like I don't believe that she like tried that on and thought that was great. I think it was an accident, and that was her outfit for that day. And they're filming, and she just had to go with it.
What was the excuse for that bodysuit? She said, "This was cute. I got it from Zara."
Nothing. If I had a ticket to give her, a fashion ticket, she'd have it, because that was awful.
I have zero fashion sense, but I can tell you that outfit looked very uncomfortable. She kept having to pull it out and everything else. I said, "Oh, ma'am, that just looks so painful."
Speaking of fashion and that suit, right? To me, and I could be by myself. Everybody, Sagies and peeps, let me know. Candace's reunion dress, doesn't it favor that? She has something going on right there.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I didn't know what that was.
What's happening with that? Who did you think was the best dress for their reunion?
I was like, don't you ask me. The best, okay, this is unpopular opinion, but I liked Mia's dress. I did. I liked it.
I have an unpopular opinion also.
Who?
Do not kill me, okay? Sage, don't you judge me. I thought it was Robin.
Oh, for a grandma.
I liked her dress.
For a granny, yeah.
And I think the reason I liked her dress was because the rest of the girls' dresses, they all kind of favored. They all seem to be going the same theme a little bit. And I said, well, at least they're in the same theme and the same color pattern versus what was going on over at Beverly Hills. So, and then I thought, this is the best Robin has looked the whole season. So I was really giving it to Robin, but I was not a fan of Giselle's outfit at all.
And even though I said granny, it is kind of giving me granny vibes, but classy granny though.
Right,
very classy.
Right. A little white diamonds classy.
It is like,
everybody's grandmother has white diamond or youth do. One of the two.
Not me. You know what? My mom and my grandma, they do. But yes. Yeah, and you're right. That is the best that she's looked. It is. That's
she looked great compared to how she has been this whole season.
Now, someone who should have went a little more regal. That's the word I'm gonna use because I like her. It's Karen.
I know what you're about to say. I thought it was a little short.
Shake your tail feather. That's like shake your tail feather.
Yeah.
What was that?
I agree.
And people
I hate to say it, but I agree because Karen is my girl.
People call Mia's just a peacock. But I'm like, the peacock was that. don't know what was that a tail? I don't know. And I hope it was detachable. Like I was thinking, just take it off. Just like
I don't know.
Velcro, just take it off.
It seemed that most of the girls' outfits did look as if they were all by the same designer, because they all had such a similar style. And I thought, well, where did you guys get these dresses? Did you all go shopping at the same time?
Outlet,
same place? It was just weird.
Riley Knox. Are you familiar with Riley Knox?
No.
Okay. Is
he a designer? Oh, is she a designer?
Yes. Okay. What happened? Okay, this is what had happened was, do you remember last season, Riley Knox was really good friends with Monique. And the yellow, that yellow, Monique's dress, did you like it?
I did like it.
Riley did that. Now, Riley is a performer. She's a Beyonce impersonator or whatever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so she designs her own stuff because she's now don't come from me, y'all. I'm trying to say these terms right. She's a transgender, and so she was saying how a lot of times she can't find things in her measurements, and so she makes all of her own costumes. Her and Monique are good friends. Monique asked her to make a yellow dress, and she made that yellow dress. Once she made that yellow dress, honey, that put her on the map, and so everyone started asking her to make dresses, make couture. And so she decided to go ahead and make dresses for other people. Ashley's dress is made by Riley Knox. Also, do you watch Married to Medicine?
I do.
Okay. Last season, now see, I'm because I don't want to laugh.
Are you about to tell me that Lisa Nicole made something?
No, Riley Knox designed 2 of those dresses, Married to Medicine's reunion. What's her name? Toya. Toya's dress was made by Riley Knox and Simone.
I don't think that I like Simone's dress.
I didn't either.
But I can't remember what Toya's dress looked like.
I wasn't crazy about it. Was just tulle.
I'm not a big fan of all that tulle. I'm really not. I mean, maybe if we were still in middle school or something. I'm sorry, you bring out the rude in me. Oh my gosh, the peeps are going to be shocked.
I'm agreeing with you, but I'm just letting you know, so Riley Knox, I'm disappointed. I like her because she reviews some of these housewife shows too. Like I found her as a YouTuber, and I didn't even know she knew Monique and all that.
Oh, wow.
But I loved Monique's dress. And I'm sorry, maybe that was like the bar. Maybe that bar was set so high. And like she's designing other people's dresses for their reunions. And it's not. She did Ashley's. This reunion, she did Ashley.
Maybe she's just in a little bit of a rut. Or maybe she's just really overwhelmed because these people are coming, to her. And she's so used to just designing for herself. So maybe it'll just take some time for her to get used to it because most of those dresses looked almost the same. And I don't know, but I am really, congratulations to her for being able to move forward like this and get these, dresses out here for mainstream people. Maybe as Karen says, maybe she could go on the internet and we could order her dresses online.
4 weeks.
I mean, because she's not at Bloomingdale's, she doesn't have a 3-wick.
Girl. I'm just saying. But you know what she did? In all fairness, I just want to say this real quick for Simone, because a lot of people, let me not speak for everybody else, what I heard, but me. Simone's dress was the least that I liked. It was just a bunch of satin with a cape.
And was it also the hair that went with it?
Yeah.
I think the hair didn't go good with that dress.
But Riley came out and said numerous times that is what Simone wanted. Gotcha. So I was like, oh.
You got to give your client what they want.
Well, do you? Because you could say, because I be watching Project Runway, and I'm not getting ready to jump.
They usually get kicked off. The ones on Project Runway to give the client what they want, they get kicked off.
Kick me out. It was a make it work moment, and I don't feel like it made it work. Like I could give her some satin, but we're not gonna do all of that with a Superman satin cape.
Maybe she should go on Project Runway, because I have seen a many contestants give the client what they asked for and get sent home.
Yes, and Tim Gunn would say, like, you know, or one of them judges would say, you shouldn't have did that.
No.
They sometimes they tell them you need to convince them to step outside of their box. And I think Simone should have gotten a whole different box. Left that box on the corner.
That's the only dress that I remember, and I only remember it because I thought it was I just didn't like it that much. And then I thought that her hair didn't go with the dress. It just didn't. And I can't even remember which dress I liked the most out of the women on that reunion.
Everybody said Dr. Heavenly. They was saying Dr. Heavenly won. Dr. Heavenly said, I believe she said she spent over $20,000. She said that she spent enough money to be the winner.
$20,000 on that dress?
Well, not everything.
Oh, all together?
Yeah, yes. And she said she got tired of, because you know Dr. Heavenly got a YouTube channel too.
Yes.
And she said she had got tired of people talking about her and coming for her, and so she went all out last reunion.
And the internet can be very, very hard out here.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're a YouTuber, and you know sometimes people get down in our comments and they are absolutely rude. Yes. And they wouldn't be that nasty if it was face to face. And it's usually people who don't have a profile picture that will get in your comments and read you for filth. And you're thinking, well, what did I do to you?
Well, I tell them, thanks for watching.
Thank you for the view.
Yeah, you know, bless your heart. But when I first started, I did actually try to have dialogue with someone till I realized it took me a minute to realize I think this is a troll, because nothing I said mattered.
Was appeasing them. Exactly.
Yeah, they just kept coming at, and I was like, wait a minute, I think you crazy. Delete.
Yeah, all the peeps know that it's okay for them to disagree with me.
Yeah,
and you do not have to agree with me as long as you are respectful in your comments, letting me know that you disagree with me.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as you get disrespectful with me, I will be disrespectful with you and then block you and move on with my life. I love all of the peeps because they are always respectful. They have no problems getting down in the comments saying, Pia, I disagree with you because of X, Y, and Z. And a lot of times when they tell me that they disagree with me, I see it from their side and I realize I agree with them. They're right. I didn't see it that way. But it's the ones that treat you like dirt that you're thinking, why are you being so rude to me? It's a TV show, for God's sakes. You don't know these people, do you?
Exactly. Fortunately for me, most of my stagies, they are all polite and everything. My biggest complaint is that I talk too much, but you know, I let them know that's why we all have a fast forward button, and I do, because I like to explain things because I do tarot with my, like, I combine like
you're gonna have to give me a reading.
I will. Yeah. But yeah, I do tarot, and I'll review and do some background looking and check in and then do the tarot and everything. And I like to explain a lot because not everybody has the same level of understanding of the tarot. Right. So I go into a lot of explanation, and my stagies who already know, they don't want to hear that. And so I'm like, but you have to remember, not everyone has your level of comprehension. And I'm not
still have an option too at the very top of the video, those 3 dots. You can change the speed of the playback. So you can put it on like 1.5 and you can watch the video in half the time. You talk faster, but at 1.5, your voice still sounds almost the same, but it just goes through faster, because there's a lot of YouTubers that I absolutely love, but their videos are forever long. So I just watch them in 4.5 speed. I mean, 1.5 speed, and it's great. It's great.
That's another option.
Yeah, because this video we're doing now is the longest video that I've ever had that will be posted to my channel. And so I'm letting the Sagies and the peeps know, hit the 3 dots at the top, put the playback to 1.5. You'll get through it in half the time.
You know, I've enjoyed this time though. I really, really, really have.
Me too. This is the first time that I've collabed with another YouTuber, and I'm very, very happy and thankful that you reached out to me. And I want to say thank you so much for the Sagies for putting up with me. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for the peeps for all of your support. And I think we'll be back next week.
Yes, definitely.
Perfect.
All right, and I echo the same for my sages. Thank you so much. My sages are used to my videos being this long. I will have timestamps because that's one thing that they asked me to do. Like, and I was like, you know what? I can do that. I could do some timestamps.
You have to teach me how to do that.
It's real simple, and I will. But yes, and hello, peeps, and thank you for putting up with me. And you heard Pia say, that fast forward that.
Absolutely.
But I promise that, I'll try not to extend all the videos this long. But I had so much fun. I had a lot of fun.
I did too. I really enjoyed talking to you, and you have my phone number now, so we can text.
Yes.
And to the peeps, I am going to put a link to her channel in the comments.
Same.
And you guys who are interested in all things tarot and entertainment, because she's into the entertainment now, click subscribe and like her video.
I echo the same. I will do exactly the same with Pia Talks, okay? Because Pia Talks, I sages. If you love me, you'll love her, okay? All right.
I can't wait till next week. See you sages later.
All right. Bye.